Alrighty, everybody. Thought we'd kick things off with the national anthem there right off the bat. Thank you for tuning in for Table Rock Sports here. We've got a great game today between the Sutherlin Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Crusaders. As we bring you everything here today, we are just getting our feet underneath us, getting all set up. Excited to be bringing you some high school basketball here in Medford. Going to be another great day. Excited to once again have some sports here for us to talk about. As we just get us started, looks like we are getting close to underway. Just reading a few starting lineups here. We can go through the roster for both teams. As for Sutherland, we're seeing number 0, Dylan Smalley. Number 1, Josh Davis. Number 2, Lucas Doolittle. Number 3, Colin Bodine. Number 5, Colby Stinnett. Number 11, Thomas Woods. Number 12, Trevin Watman. Number 13, Keegan Laley. Number 14, Brayson Parsons. Number 23, Tegan Pacini. Number 4, Paul Cervantes. And number 32, Brandon Woods. As for the home team, St. Mary's Crusaders, number 1, Noah Friesen. Number 10, Will Cranenberg. Number 11, Caden Walker. Number 14, Luke Benyon. Number 20, Tyson Delplanche. Number 22, Jonah Hadley. Number 24, Nathan Sternenberg. Number 25, Himir Patel. Number 30, Jaden Foster. Number 33, Eli Haynes. And number 41, Travis Johnson. Now, if this year wasn't weird enough, we start things off with an inbound pass instead of having a tip-off at the very beginning. That is obviously due to COVID-19 precautions, but we are underway all the same here. Looks like Sutherland will get the first shot off, and first foul will be called as well against Sutherland, so the ball will be retained by the home team. St. Mary's in the white, Sutherland in the black. Excited to have you along for this one. Again, this is Brigham Harris here at Table Rock Sports. Big thank you to our title sponsor today, Siskiyou Cellular and Lithia Superstore, bringing this game to you. We're excited to have you along for a little bit of 3A Far West League action. Southern Oregon basketball at its finest. Looks like the first points will be put up and scored by the Crusaders. Number 11, Caden Walker, will own the first 2 on the day. Looks like an open 3 here, though, for Sutherland. Not able to take advantage of that one. So far, some high energy and some tight defense from both teams. No easy shots here so far. Travel is going to be called on Sutherland here. St. Mary's will retain the ball. As we welcome here along, we remind you that Joe Brett is the executive producer of all broadcasts of Table Rock Sports. Again, Brigham Harris here on the call. Kaylee Harris behind the lens. My partner in crime, not just in bringing you live stream high school sports. This time a corner 3, splash. Number 14, Luke Benyon drains the first tray of the game, and now it's a 5-0 ball game. Sutherland looking to get on the board. 2 minutes gone now in the first quarter, just about. Another turnover from the Bulldogs, and the Crusaders are on the attack. Nice defense, though, by the Bulldogs, unable to kick that one out. It was number 1, Noah Friesen. A lot of these kids are, I'm reading their names for not the first time, because a couple months ago I had the honor to do some high school soccer, call a lot of different sports here in this makeshift school year, as we've kind of crammed every sport into just a few months, and I'm reading a lot of names that I recognize, namely Noah Friesen, Will Cranenberg, Luke Benyon. A lot of these kids play other sports for their high school. Also, Chris Cranenberg, who is on the JV team here, as well as Nick Eaton. A lot of these names sounding very familiar, whereas Sutherland, being from a little bit farther away, not quite as familiar with those team names. I'll do my best to pronounce everything correctly. Now we're getting back from the timeout. Exactly 6:01 to go here in this first quarter. 5-0. St. Mary's leads for the moment, and they will take the ball out in the front court baseline. A little bit of a bounce pass there. Looks like Sutherlin will come away with it. No more damage done. Taking it out is the long-haired number 5, Colby Stinnett of Sutherlin. A lot of great passing. Stinnett will pop a 3. This one no good. Rebound St. Mary's. Once again on the attack. Looks like he'll kick to a corner 3 ball. That ball is just short. Offensive rebound though. .33 Eli Haynes with a nice jumper there. Makes it now a 7-0 ball game. Just about 5 minutes left here in this first quarter. And that corner 3 is short from Trevin Watman. In transition, the bucket no good. However, it looks like Haynes did not get set before collecting that basketball, so the turnover will be in favor of the Bulldogs. The away team will take it out now with about 4:50 remaining in the first quarter. Sutherland still looking to get on the board. Passing it around the arc. Looks like ball was momentarily stolen by Walker. There we go. First points on the board for the Bulldogs in scoring. That was number 12, Trevin Watman. St. Mary's looking to extend that lead back up to at least 7. Nice pass down low. Number 10 unable to convert. That's Will Cranenberg. Sutherland takes over cross-court pass here. Stinnett thought about a deep 3. Instead, he'll make another cross-court pass. Looks like they're just doing fine possessing the ball for the moment. Stinnett will shoot a 3 at long last, and he hits. So Colby Stinnett gets on the board for the Bulldogs. 5-7 is your score after almost 5 minutes here. Cranenberg finds some space. Luke Benyon driving, gets tied up. Looks like a foul is going to be called there on Sutherland. That one on the Colby Stinnett, who just scored that 3. Looks like we'll take a media timeout as we head to just about 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. And as these teams take a step away, we will do the same. We'll be back in about 60 seconds.
My Circle K powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome you back to St. Mary's High School after a quick turnover The Bulldogs take over. Trevin Watman here on possession, loses the handles there, but Sutherlin will recover. It's really been Watman and Colby Stinnett really handling most of the ball this time, but a corner three popped by number 3, Colin Bodine. Gets himself on the board. Now it's Bodine, Stinnett, who own the 2 3-pointers for the away side, and they take the lead here 8-7. So after 7 unanswered points by the Crusaders, 8 unanswered points by the Bulldogs, now we have a much more interesting ball game after about 6 minutes here. Three opportunity on the right side, no good. Rebounds Watman to Colby Stinnett, again his scoring counterpart. Watman pulls up for 3 and hits. 11 unanswered points now for Sutherlin as they take a handsome 4-point lead. Watman now has 5, and Sutherlin is on the break again. Shot is no good. Cranenberg will take this one out. Benyon will put up a 3, rebounded by the Bulldogs. Stinnett will dribble out of his own backcourt. Thought about the shot was Watman. Instead finds Josh Davis down low. He's just unable to convert that basket, but looks like a foul is going to be called here on number 1, Noah Friesen of St. Mary's. So Watman will have a free inbound here. I don't know about free, but he will inbound it to Colby Stinnett. Bounce passes to Colin Bodine, finds Stinnett, then Watman, nice pass underneath, but that basket no good. Nathan Sternenberg on the rebound. He finds Cranenberg. Cranenberg now top of the key. So Sternenberg again to Jonah Hadley. Hadley to Walker, and Walker makes a cut. The pass doesn't quite get to him. Bulldogs will take it out. About 20 seconds left in the quarter. Stinnett will dribble and find Bodine. Back to Stinnett. Back to Bodine. He's contemplating the play here. 10 seconds now left in the quarter. Stinnett and Bodine just going back and forth here. Back to Watman, back to Stinnett. Puts up a 3, no good. Three-quarter shot, nowhere close. So the end of this quarter, 7-11. Low-scoring first 8 minutes here. St. Mary's opened it up with a 7-scoring spree and then dropped the intensity just a little bit as the Bulldogs were able to claw their way back here at the end of the first. We bring you the score 11-7 in favor of the visitors. We're going to take a small step away yet again and hear from our sponsors. We'll be back in about a minute.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships
And provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years.
Welcome you back to St. Mary's High School. As here we start the second quarter. A little bit of a scrum underneath the basket. Cranenberg will put one up. Foul is called before the shot. So no free throws. Haven't had any fouls called on shooting opportunities, so just a couple of inbound opportunities here. Cranenberg has to reach to get that one. He'll drive up the middle. He'll find Sternenberg, who will then find a cutting, that was Sternenberg. A little bit of confusion under the hoop. Cranenberg puts it up, and finally possession kept by the Bulldogs. Colby Stinnett will drive, find Watman top of the key, thinks about a deeper three. Bodine now about the St. M logo. Watman in the corner. He's already got a few on the day. Back to Stinnett. Back to Watman. Stinnett will put up a three. That ball's short, but Watman gets the board. Watman now in the corner. That one just short as well. Sternenberg will come away with this one. He'll find a Patel cutting foul on the shot. So it looks like Patel will own the first free throws of the ball game. Patel hits. That's the first points in a few minutes for St. Mary's as they get closer to closing that lead. 6.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Patel thought it was short, ends up going in, so 9-11 here. Patel with 2 points on the day. Underneath and driving and scoring is Josh Davis. He gets himself on the board there. 4 scorers now for the visiting team. Bulldogs have a handful of guys who can show that they can score. Patel will put up a left-handed shot. Cranenberg, though, on the putback into double digits. Now just under 6 minutes. Watman will, Watman will find Bodine cutting at the foul line. He gets the jumper to go and the foul called. Looks like he was undercut. So Colin Bodine will shoot one with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Will Cranenberg subs out. Bodine hits, making it a 3-point play. 16-11 now in favor of the visitors. Bodine with 6 points. Nice in and out passing from the Crusaders, but points do not follow as Watman will carry this one out for the Bulldogs. He'll find Bodine. Watman now on the right wing. Watman thought about the three, instead dribbles, dishes it out. Watman now in the corner. He's loved that left corner. He looks like he thought about another three. Instead, he finds Davis down low, who scores. Was a 7-point lead for the Crusaders for the majority of the first quarter. Looks like the tide has turned. It's now a 7-point lead for the visitors. That ball stays with St. Mary's and a few substitutions here for the Crusaders. They'll have an inbound just on the baseline. And hitting from the corner is number 14, Luke Benyon, making an instant impact as soon as he subbed back into the game. 18-14 here. About 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the half. Davis down low again, battling. He's got 3 Crusaders on him. Jump ball is called, and the possession arrow stays with the Bulldogs. So yet another opportunity for a baseline inbound here. Corner 3 for Bodine, and he hits. 21-14, 7 lead returns for 7-point lead, I should say, returns. This time the ball is thrown out of bounds. Looks like possession will remain, however, with the home team. Timeout was called, because we're now just under 4 minutes. We'll take about 60 seconds of a break, and we'll be back here in just a moment on Table Rock Sports.
You're a coach, or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guys! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to St. Mary's High School. St. Mary's with the inbound here, looking to slow down the Bulldogs any way they can as we head closer and closer to halftime. 7-point lead here. It's really been down low that the Bulldogs have been able to dominate. However, not too bad on the three-point shooting either, but down low and scoring his first points of the day is Jaden Foster. Really nice battle to get his own rebound and put back. 16-21 now. Still in favor of the Bulldogs. Bodine will find Watman in the corner, who will send a cross-court pass to Davis, and he puts up an easy 2. Again, it's either Davis down low or Bodine and Watman from 3. It's really been Sutherland's bread and butter so far in these first few minutes. Ball goes out off St. Mary's number 1, Noah Friesen, so the Bulldogs will take over. Really debating that call as the St. Mary's sideline. Davis doing well to keep that ball alive, but possession will be turned over to the Crusaders. Without any more damage done here. It's really about damage control and consistently getting points on the board for the Crusaders as about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain in the half. That pass thrown away by number 33, Eli Haynes. Bodine will inbound to Colby Stinnett. He finds Watman on the right wing. Watman will go cross-court to a cutting Bodine, who scores a nice 2. The lead now to 9. And a deep 3 attempt. And hitting is number 14 of the St. Mary's Crusaders, Luke Benyon. He's got a few trays on the afternoon. The lead now cut to 6. Quick timeout called by, I believe that was Sutherlin, to get a little bit of a talk going. That That was a very long three-pointer and a very big one from Benyon. Couldn't have come at a better time. Couldn't have come at a better time. As "comed" is not a word. 19-25 is your score here at St. Mary's High School. The Crusaders trailing after going up 7-0. It really gave the impression that St. Mary's was sort of going to cruise through this game, if not through the first quarter. But after scoring 7 unanswered, well, as if to say we can do that too, Sutherlin comes back and scores 8 unanswered. I believe it was 11 unanswered, actually. So teams kind of trading dominant scoring for the first quarter. Things have sort of evened out since then. It's really been Watman, Stinnett, and Bodine doing most of the damage, whereas Josh Davis, you can see him there down low, setting a screen for Watman. Now gets the ball off of him. That pass out of bounds. Great defense by the Crusaders, getting their sideline pumped up. Now, if they can do that, if they can frustrate Watman and Davis and keep that connection to a minimum, just as I say that, Watman almost gets the turnover. Cranenberg will dribble to the right corner and retain possession. Cranenberg now at the right wing. Finds Benyon at the top of the key, who will take on Stinnett. Looks like Stinnett will foul him, and so 1-1 here, scoring opportunity for Benyon, who is already in double-digit scoring. He's going to look to record 2 more here. Benyon will miss the first, no chance for a second. He gets the ball right back as the Crusaders with a clutch rebound. Benyon finds Cranenberg. Cranenberg, top of the key, finds Benyon yet again. Thought about the three, instead dribbles, pull-up jumper, and hits. Benyon on fire here in the past couple of minutes. The fadeaway jumper's got his team psyched up a little bit. Bulldogs still have a 4-point lead, though, with about 45 seconds remaining in the half. Watman, top of the key, finds Bodine. And a foul called on Benyon, and he can't believe it. So Bodine at the top of the key, 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Finds Watman in the corner. Bulldogs will pass it around. Watman has an opportunity. He'll drive, spin, pass thrown away. Cranenberg on the drive. He will not score. Thought a foul was going to be called there, but Benyon with a 3 opportunity and hitting again. My goodness, Luke Benyon. In 1 second, he's got to put a shot up. It's an air ball. Luke Benyon, who else? Catching the air ball. He's fired up, brings his team within 1. So a major swing of fate there as we head to halftime. Both teams will take a step off the floor and get to talk it over. So last couple of minutes, motivation definitely, momentum I should say. Momentum definitely with the home team. The Crusaders will walk it off, led off the floor by Luke Benyon, who has 15 in the half. He's just hit 3 3-pointers just in the last couple of minutes, and he is definitely being a key role in St. Mary's staying in this game. As we get the scoreboard here fixed for you, it is 24-25, so the lead does remain with the visitors. Both teams will, like I said, take a break. Even the referees will step off to take a breather for good reason. They're probably getting tired. We will do the same. Take a couple of minutes to step away So we'll leave you to break. 25-24 is the score here. St. Mary's trailing Sutherland by 1. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
All right, we're back at St. Mary's High School. Just under 2 minutes to go here before we head into the third quarter. Had a nice break there. Got to hear from our great sponsors. Many more include Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon at 950 Royal Avenue in Medford. They have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. You can visit eyecaressouthernoregon.com to learn how Dr. Brian Mitchell and his team can help your vision needs. And I really wish that we had a poorly officiated game today so I could make a joke about, the referee's vision right after reading that ad, but I can't. It's been so far a greatly officiated game. It's been very fair. Haven't noticed a whole lot of upset coaches or players from calls, maybe one or two that here and there, but nobody's perfect. Also, our other sponsors, our title sponsor actually, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler. You can visit lithiasuperstore.com to find your next ride. Also, thanks to Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon, our presenting sponsor. They have 7 locations around the area. And finally, today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. This is my favorite thing to read. Morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel for your road trip begins at My Circle K. That just makes me want to go to Circle K and get some treats. Actually, I do have a road trip coming up this week, so might have to hit up Circle K and get things started off right with some crunch in my lunch. As we get started here, at the start of the third quarter, we'll begin with Cranenberg inbounding to Benyon, who, if you're just joining us, Benyon is coming off of 3 3-pointers just in the second quarter alone, clawing his team back from as much of a 9-point deficit. Nice jumper there put up by number 33 for St. Mary's. That's Eli Haynes. And the lead taken back, 26-25. That's the first lead that St. Mary's has held since they initially did, going up 7-0 in the opening quarter. So a major switch of timelines here, but right back, we have our next lead change. Sutherlin right back at it with a nice 2. Up for 3, that was Noah Friesen. Shot no good, but rebound. Friesen will shoot again, and this one hits. 29-27 for the home team. The 3 ball making a massive difference. Double digits just off of three-pointers here in the last few minutes, as Friesen there called for a foul right along the sideline. The Bulldogs will inbound here to, this is Colby Stinnett while I find his last name. It's really been Stinnett, Watman, Davis mainly down low, big number 1, as well as Colin Bodine just on cue. Davis blocked by Benyon from behind. Cranenberg, Benyon thought about the deep three. He'll make a move, shoot. That one well short. So that's Benyon's first three-ball miss in quite a few minutes. I dare venture to say that's maybe his second of the game. So Benyon shooting somewhere around 60% from three. He's got three balls. Speaking of the three ball, this one put up. Stinnett, no good. Cranenberg on the rebound. He finds Benyon. Comes flying down the court. He'll drive with the left hand. Doesn't get it to fall, but he is fouled. Nearly had that three-point play there in the bag, but instead he'll shoot 2. Benyon, misses the first. That's St. Mary's head coach Richard Vasey, as Benyon does hit his second free throw, making it 30-27, the lead, now the largest lead that St. Mary's has had since that initial 7-0 run. Josh Davis underneath on the reverse, unable to get it to fall, but he is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Very different so far this half, as we've had a handful of fouls already. In the first half, I want to say there was maybe 2 free throws total as Davis hits the first. And Josh Davis, perfect from the line, hits the second one, and 29-30 now is the score, but the Crusaders in a hurry to change that. Cranenberg in the corner. This time it's Eli Haynes who loses the handle. That ball sails out, and the Bulldogs will take this one out. Stinnett. Stinnett will drive. Nice block there. Nice screen set by Davis. So the lead now back with Sutherland. Looks like a blocking foul in the midcourt from Benyon. Goes to the referee to ask why, and he immediately nods his head saying, okay. Still making his case a little bit. So Watman will drive on Benyon. No foul called. Banks it home. Nice 2 there from Watman in the lead. Now 3. Benyon on Watman again. Boy, I hope both those players stay in, because it's a tense battle already as Cranenberg gets 2 back. The lead stays with the Bulldogs. Looks like Benyon and Watman will be guarding each other, I hope, for the remainder of the game. 4.5 minutes left in the third. Watman will kick out to Stinnett. Back to Watman. Benyon tight on him, but and one. Watman hits. Benyon reaches over his back. Foul called on Benyon. Curious if he'll be subbed out here. Looks like he might just have a talk with Coach Vasey. So Watman shooting 1. leaves it short. So doesn't get the free throw to go, but fired up after being rewarded the and one. This one frees and shoots from the left wing and just short. Stinnett will take this ball out, 35-32. Stinnett with a deep three. That ball just grazes the net. Sutherlin guard number 0, Dylan Smalley, called for the foul just after the, don't want to call it an air ball because it may have just grazed the rim. Patel will sub in and he'll inbound to Benyon. Benyon will bring it down the floor. He'll find Cranenberg at the top of the key. Watman tight on him. Cranenberg will drive. Patel now top of the key. Cranenberg drives again. Nice cutting pass. And a great looking jumper there from number 24 of St. Mary's, Nathan Sternenberg. Brings his team within 1. 3.5 minutes left here in the third. Watman on Benyon, but a nice drive, little easy jumper there from number 32, Brandon Woods. 37-34, 3-point lead, but Benyon will drive. The jumper no good. Fighting for it. Bulldogs will retain possession. Stinnett with that nice flowing lettuce that he's got will bring the ball out. Bodine finds Stinnett, looking for Davis down low. Watman on the left wing. He'll pull up. Finds Davis down low after the shot was partially blocked. Stinnett wide open three and hits. 40-34. This is starting to look like first quarter Bulldogs as they pull ahead now by 6. Cranenberg will drive. Pulls back out. He's got 2 Bulldogs on him, so there's got to be a mismatch somewhere. Jonah Hadley on Davis. He'll drive, kick to Cranenberg. Cranenberg backs out again. Cranenberg will drive with the left hand and one. Cranenberg with the nice 2 in the left hand is rewarded. He'll get 1 foul shot here, a little bit of change for the Crusaders. Luke Benyon is out, much to the, I'm sure, dismay of young number 14, but probably makes the Bulldogs quite a bit happier to see him step off the floor as that foul shot is missed and a foul called on Davis. Looks like the ball was on its way out and Jonah Hadley had touched it last, so it would have been ball in possession of the Bulldogs. Instead, St. Mary's will retain. About 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Looks like take a timeout here. Now, other than our great sponsors that we just heard from, it's not just our sponsors. Table Rock Sports says thank you to over 100 new YouTube subscribers just this spring alone. Helps us keep the games coming. Go to youtube.com, search Table Rock Sports, and click on the red subscribe button if you'd like to join the team. Again, thank you very much. That's, I'm sure, due to the COVID-19 restrictions, keeping, for the most part this spring, keeping fans out of seats, upping the demand for some live stream high school sports action. And you know what? We are happy to be bringing it to you free in HD here on Table Rock Sports. Also, big thank you and appreciation to Medford Parks and Recreation as they, for the last few years, have shaped, I'm sure, a lot of these young men who are out here playing sports today, at least on the St. Mary's side. You know what? It's time to sign back up for Medford Parks and Recreation sports and camps. You can go to playmedford.com where you'll find the Coach Pistol softball camp, July 12th through the 14th, led by SOU National Championship team. There another foul on the Bulldogs. Patel will inbound, finds Cranenberg down low. He'll turn on Davis, and a nice baseline jumper. Cranenberg hits. 2-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Stinnett on the right wing. He'll drive, pull up. Shot no good. Cranenberg on the other end. Driving, he'll collect. Shot blocked by Watman. He gets back up, almost gets a rebound. Bit of frantic basketball here from the Crusaders. But a nice drive and score from Jonah Hadley. That evens it up at 40. My goodness, the amount of lead changes we've had. I feel like I'm watching Dateline, the amount of drama we've had. not so much drama, but the back and forth has been awesome to see. There you see a turnover from the Bulldogs. And Luke Benyon subbing back in for the Crusaders. Not the man that these Bulldogs are wanting to see, as he's one of the only St. Mary's Crusaders in double digits this afternoon. He's had by far the most dangerous three ball of anyone on the floor. However, he's being tightly guarded by very capable defenders in Watman and Stinnett for the Bulldogs. Hadley, top of the key. And he'll drive. He's fouled. Bucket will not count, but Hadley will shoot two. A few different faces on the floor for St. Mary's. Number 41, Travis Johnston in the game. Also Eli Haynes. He's had a few minutes today. However, number 30, Jaden Foster, makes just his second appearance. Hadley leaves that one well short. The chance to take the lead here. 40 seconds remaining before we head into the all-important fourth quarter. Hadley's second falls. Bucket will not count, however, because referees say Foster jumped the line early. It was a high arcing free throw shot. 30 seconds now. Hard foul from Foster there on Bodine. He's getting up all right as he holds his right elbow. Hopes he's okay. 29 seconds remain in this third quarter, and Bodine will shoot two. I believe that was Jaden Foster called for the foul, but so far no damage done as Benyon checks back out. Cranenberg checks back in. Bodine will have one more to shoot. And Bodine hits the lead back with the Bulldogs. Cranenberg, top of the key, working against Bodine. Hadley will shoot a mid-range jumper, no good. However, rebound to St. Mary's. Travis Johnston on the drive, hits a foot, no kick is called. The ball given away, Stinnett will drive, 1 second remaining. Gets it up in time, but the layup does not fall. The lead stays with the Bulldogs, though, 41-40. Did not think that Stinnett was going to be able to get that one up in time, but he did, just didn't get it to fall. So we move to the fourth quarter here. Good amount of action here in the third. Quite a bit of a change of pace from the first and second quarter. Well, I'd say from the first. Quite low-scoring first quarter. First 8 minutes wrapped up with a score of 7-11. I remind you, been kind of an up-and-down game, especially for St. Mary's. They took the lead 7-0. And after a timeout called by Sutherlin head coach Craig Stinnett, no doubt father of Colby Stinnett, After that timeout was called, then the Bulldogs went on an 11-0 run, scoring 11 unanswered. And they had the lead heading into the second quarter. After that, Luke Benyon came on and hit 3 3-pointers among a couple of other buckets to close the gap, I should say, to just one. Went into halftime 25-24. And each team scoring 16 in this third quarter, making it 40-41. Luke Benyon not on the floor right now, but Cranenberg, Johnson, Foster, Hadley, as well as Haynes on the floor for St. Mary's. In the restricted area was a St. Mary's player. Looks like could have been Foster. Excuse me, no, that's Haynes called for a foul. So inbounding will be Watman. Still 41-40. Colby Stinnett in the corner there. Kicks out to Bodine. Bodine will drive up the middle. Gets that shot to fall. Gets it over the long reach of Jaden Foster. Here in the fourth quarter, about 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Johnson puts up a jumper, no good. Cranenberg will drive, take some contact, and the foul. Referees took quite a while to call whether it was going to be a charge or a foul. The call is in favor of the Crusaders, so a chance to even the score here is Cranenberg. He'll have one free throw. Josh Davis will sub back into the game. He's been quite dominant down low for the Bulldogs. He's been probably the most strong post presence for either team, using his strength. PA announcer speaking while Cranenberg was shooting his lone free throw, so I'm sure he'll attribute it to that. 42-43. Lead stays with the Bulldogs. Bodine cutting across. A bit of passing here. Stinnett will drive about to the free throw line. Kick out to Bodine. Bodine to Davis. Stinnett now on the left wing. Finds Bodine. Bodine drives, puts up the jumper. That one no good. Jaden Foster on the rebound. Cranenberg will take it out for the Crusaders. Finds Johnson, finds Haynes. Haynes finds Hadley down low. Shot no good, but Foster with the rebound. Johnson puts up a three. That ball just too strong. Bulldogs rebound. Thomas Woods. Stinnett now will find Bodine. Bodine will find Woods again. Finds Stinnett on the left wing. Bounce pass down low. No foul called on Haynes there. Will be Crusaders ball. Looks like Hadley will sub out, Johnson will sub out, and Haynes will sub out. They will make room for Patel, Sternenberg, as well as Caden Walker. Foster down low. Looks like it was clean defense. No foul called, and the Bulldogs come away with the ball here. Still a 1-point lead for Sutherland. Just under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Bodine finds Davis down low, who does what he does, finds his way past Patel and gets the easy lay-in. Lead back to 3. Sternenberg was found down low. Not a clear call. However, Bulldogs will take possession. 5.5 minutes here in St. Mary's. Well, I should say at St. Mary's in Jackson, at Jackson Court. My goodness, my verbiage. Stinnett will pop a 3. That one no good. Sternenberg with the rebound. He'll find Patel. Patel will find Sternenberg back, who puts up the jumper. That one falls. 44-45. Looks like a timeout for the Bulldogs. So a big bucket there from Sternenberg. Doesn't necessarily turn the tie as far as the lead goes, but Bulldogs struggling to get the lead to more than 3. It's been a very close, tight battle here in the last 3 minutes of just this quarter alone. But if you want to go back all the way to the end of the first quarter, it's really been any team's game, although I would say that the Bulldogs have had the lead for more time than the Crusaders. Sometimes the momentum has definitely been with the home team. That may be due to a slightly larger fan parent presence. Not quite what high school basketball used to be like. There's no fan section, there's no student section. Still a good amount of fans and parents here supporting, but very different look to what high school basketball used to look like. Stinnett will take this one out after Sternberg's clutch jumper, 44-45 in favor of the visitors. Bodine finds Woods. Woods will think about it, finds Stinnett. Ball almost taken away, though. Woods will drive. He'll find Davis down low. Davis gets his own. Now, the bucket will not count, but I just want to point out, Davis down low, dominating, getting his own rebound and putback, although the whistle was already gone. He was fouled by number 25, Patel. Josh Davis, so far perfect from the free throw line. He's 3 of 3 so far. He has one more. Brings the lead back up to 3. Jaden Foster finds Cranenberg. Cranenberg will hold this ball. He finds Walker. Walker now to Sternenberg. Sternenberg to Cranenberg in the corner. Pass easily taken away by Watman, excuse me. Stedman will have a shot, and he will bury the 3. That is the answer they were looking for. The Bulldogs now up by 6. The biggest lead they've had this quarter. And another giveaway by the Crusaders. 4 minutes remaining now as Stinnett takes this ball out. Looks like Bodine called for a foul on Walker. Walker was not set, but Bodine looked like he may have had an arm up. Either way, coaches debating. Looks like the referees were not all in accord with one another, so after a little bit of jawing back and forth, the foul will stand. The Crusaders will keep the ball. Regardless, Craig Stinnett wants to have a little extra word there to get maybe some more explanation. Nice amicable conversation, ends with a thank you. Benyon thought of the 3. He's by far the most dangerous from 3 today. He puts up the 2 and gets it to fall. Luke Benyon now with a handful of points here. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Bodine, Woods, Stedman, Watman, and Davis. Now a Bulldog giveaway. 4-point lead for the visitors. Sounds like media timeout here as we are under 4 minutes. Both teams in the bonus as of now in the fourth quarter. 3.5 minutes remaining, but the lead still with the visitors. 50-46, the Bulldogs lead. Behind a very variety team, we could say. Josh Davis down low has been a massive scoring presence for Sutherland. Also, Watman, Stinnett, and Bodine have had a handful of contributions. And as for the Crusaders, Don't know if I'd call it a big three because they really have a whole lot of very talented players. I'd say even in talent, even in athleticism, just a very deep team. Had a handful of guys they can go back and forth to. These Crusaders will take over here. That ball, possession will stay with the Crusaders, but nice defense from Bodine. Crusaders will inbound an easy wide open two from Cranenberg. Doesn't fall. Don't want to say easy. It was a wide open two. May not have been easy. I'm not sure if I would have hit that, but travel called on Woods. Coach Stinnett doesn't like that one either. 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the ball game, and possession has just been going back and forth. Not a whole lot of scoring to report so far in this fourth quarter. Sternenberg will find Benyon in the corner. Benyon will drive. He'll turn around and the ball stripped nicely by Stinnett, and he'll carry it away. Bodine on the right wing chooses to pull it back, finds Watman, who finds Woods, who finds Stinnett. Stinnett will think about it, finds Bodine, top of the key. Woods thought about the three on the left wing. That ball almost turned over as well. Bodine finds Watman. Nice passing and possession here. A cutting Bodine will put up a two. That ball does not fall. Rebound Haynes, who will take this one out. He finds Cranenberg just below the hoop. Cranenberg chooses to drive down the baseline. He's stripped, no foul, but possession will stay with the Crusaders. So 46-50 here. The Crusaders still trailing by 4. Just over 2 minutes left in the ball game. Cranenberg on the left wing looking to keep possession, but it's turned over. Josh Davis. Josh Davis gets the steal off of incredible effort, and possession will be given to the Bulldogs. So multiple turnovers in a row by the Crusaders and a couple of missed opportunities for the Bulldogs. We're now under 2 minutes left in the ball game. Not a whole lot of scores to report in these last few minutes, but it's been strong defensively from both teams. Coach is going to want to talk this one over again. Under 2 left to play. They're going to want to put all their weapons out that they can, I should say. So Watman will inbound here. He'll find likely a lot of pressure, but he's able to find Bodine. Bodine dribbles it out of the backcourt, nearly loses it. That time he's called for a travel. Cranenberg tries to help him up. Bodine not really wanting the help. 46-50 still lead for the Bulldogs. The matchup I was hoping would stick around is still here. Looks like Watman was guarding Benyon for a little while, but Benyon now chooses to drive. Baseline gets that one to fall. 2-point game here in favor of the Bulldogs. Minute and a half remaining. Turned over. Haynes gets the ball. He'll find Benyon in the corner. Benyon hits. My goodness. The lead is back with the Crusaders with 1:21 left. Benyon shooting lights out from 3 so far today. My goodness, Benyon either at or above 20 points on the day, and no shot more important than that one, reclaiming the lead back for St. Mary's after they had trailed for over 2 quarters. Massive shot there from number 14, Luke Benyon. brings his team up 51-50 here, the score. Sutherlin had the lead for the longest time, and after back and forth play and 5 recent points from Benyon, seems like he's doing it all himself here in the last couple at least. The only scoring plays in the last 5 minutes or so have been all Luke Benyon. Very back and forth game here. Looks like they will not opt to go with the full court press. Putting a lot of faith in their defenses. Bodine cuts, he'll drive. Will not draw the foul, but gets the 2 to go. 51-52. Cranenberg will dribble it up the sideline. He finds Benyon. Benyon will drive, pull back. That ball nearly went to the Crusaders' backcourt. Cranenberg with 52 seconds left in the game. He'll find Sternenberg. Benyon drives, almost loses it. Blocked by Wattman. 40 seconds remain here. Looks like Haynes will put up a 3 and hits. Massive three-pointer again. The 3 ball has been magic for the Crusaders. They take the lead back 54-52. 34.5 seconds left. And Eli Haynes, just when I thought that Luke Benyon would have the most important tray of the day, Eli Haynes probably heard me and said, I've got one too. So 54-52 here. We're going to keep it here at St. Mary's. Fourth quarter, been very back and forth. The scoring has been up and down from both teams. The game started with a 7-0 run, scoring run, I should say, from the Crusaders. After that, an 11-0 run from the Bulldogs. It's a pretty low-scoring first quarter. The second quarter, sort of the same. Except going into halftime, the Bulldogs only led by 1. That 1-point lead continued into the third quarter, and 16 points were scored by both teams. So a 1-point lead went into the fourth quarter, held by the Bulldogs. And they will now have the ball with 30 seconds remaining, down by 2. This is Wattman on Foster. He'll find Davis, top of the key, who's been great down low. Stinnett will drive, and he'll get the tying bucket. So 54-54. Luke Benyon with 12 seconds remaining. Ball not turned over just yet. He'll find Cranenberg. Benyon with a 3 for the game. That ball no good. Bodine drives now. He's got the game-winning shot in his pocket. No good either. We're going to see some overtime. My goodness. Couple of opportunities to win the game here for both teams. We'll head into some extra minutes. Free basketball. If you're tuning in, then you are in for a few minutes of overtime here between the St. Mary's Crusaders and the Sutherlin Bulldogs. My goodness. There were 2 different opportunities for a game-winning shot. Neither one capitalized on, but I'm not too angry because we've got some overtime of some high school basketball coming at you here on Table Rock Sports. You're not going to want to go anywhere. We head into OT. A lot of people like this. Some people don't. Depending on who you are. I'm sure the Bulldogs not happy to be going into OT. They had the lead for pretty much the entire game. Just in these past few minutes, though. Led by Eli Haynes. 3-point shot, as well as Luke Benyon's clutch 5 points in the last couple of minutes. Cranenberg will inbound. On the floor for the Crusaders is Cranenberg, Sternenberg, Luke Benyon, Eli Haynes, and Jaden Foster on the floor for the Bulldogs. As Benyon will drive, have to kick it out to Haynes. Haynes will drive, he'll kick it out to Foster. Foster cross court to a wide open Sternenberg. He'll drive. Ball doesn't fall, but rebound Crusaders. And Haynes puts up the 2 and gets it to fall. 56-54. Eli Haynes, 2 for 2 on his last 2 shots. On the floor for the Bulldogs, Watman, Stinnett, Bodine, Smalley, and Davis. Bodine with a 3. That one falls. Splash for Bodine. Lead back to the Bulldogs. 3 minutes left to play here. Bulldogs up by 1. Sternberg in the corner. That ball given away. Thought Jaden Foster was elsewhere, and Stinnett will carry this ball out for the Bulldogs. Gives it up to Watman. Watman makes a move top of the key. Nice pass to a cutting Bodine, but he just loses the handle there. Luke Benyon will pull up from 3, and he hits. Luke Benyon brings the lead back for the Crusaders. 59-57, a 2-point game here with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first period of overtime. Whether we'll see a second remains to be seen as Watman on the left wing. He'll drive, kick to Davis. That ball given away, and Davis fouls Benyon. So Luke Benyon putting this team on his back, not just here in overtime, not just in the fourth quarter, but had 10 points in just the second quarter. Finished with 15 in the first half. He's now on his way to 30. He'll shoot 2 free throws, it looks like. 1 and 1, excuse me. Luke Benyon hits the first massive free throw there. Makes it a 3-point game. This would make it a 2-possession game. Benyon does not hit, but Sternenberg, gets the rebound ripped away. Spoke too soon. Sternenberg kicks to Cranenberg. The Crusaders will keep possession while up by 3. Cranenberg finds Sternenberg, who drives on the sideline. Looks like he will step. No, does not step out of bounds. A timeout called by head coach Richard Vasey. Sternenberg not called for a charge there, and quickly after drove to the basket. Might have scored, but I think in order to maybe keep his team from panicking, Vasey called timeout. I'm not quite sure. But less than 2 minutes left to play here in overtime. Crusaders will keep the ball. Not much of a change on the floor, except Foster will take a seat. Looks like Benyon, Cranenberg, Sternenberg, Haynes, as well as Hadley on the floor here for St. Mary's. Sutherlin still talking this one over. 3-point lead for the Crusaders, and they have possession. Back on the floor, same lineup here. Bodine, Watman, Stinnett, Smalley, and Davis. Cranenberg with 1:50 left in the overtime period finds Benyon. Crusaders just passing the ball around here. Sternenberg. Excuse me, that's Hadley. Hadley and Sternenberg kind of look the same, and they've got similar numbers. That's why I've been messing it up. Oh, speaking of messing it up, that ball nearly thrown out of bounds, but, thrown into the backcourt. But Jonah Hadley, a great save. Possession stays with the team in white. A nice 2 laid in by Will Cranenberg. Massive points there as it makes this a 2-possession game. The Bulldogs in desperate need of points. That ball given away, a turnover. Sternenberg will drive, and a foul is called on Bodine. Foul called on Bodine, so free throws for Sternenberg. Excuse me, I gave points to the wrong scoreboard there. It's 57-62. Is that free throw missed? Rebound Hadley. Hadley now called for a foul on Smalley. So Smalley will shoot free throws, maybe free throw, depending on his effectiveness. Smalley hits the first, making it a 4-point game. This would make it a 1-possession game. Smalley banks his second free throw. Don't know if that was intentional, but his nerves able to tell his hands what to do in the right way as we step away here for a moment. Full timeout called on, I believe that's the Crusaders side. So 62-59 here will get you the correct score. 3-point game with under a minute left here in the first period of overtime. Double overtime, not necessarily out of reach. A lot of times teams will go into overtime and one team will take over and it ends up being a 10 to even 15-point victory. Doesn't look like that'll be the case here, as full court press being shown by the Sutherlin Bulldogs. And St. Mary's Crusaders with possession. And Haynes is all alone. Looks like he will score an easy 2. Haynes got kind of forgotten about there as Luke Benyon found him, but Watman here finds no. Haynes steals it away. Looks like St. Mary's will have another shot at 2 here. Blocked by Stedman, but a foul called. A foul called on Watman, so that means Sternenberg will shoot 2. This would be the figurative nail in the coffin here. I believe it's 2 free throws. Sternenberg misses the first, so a 5-point game. Sternenberg hits the second. 6-point game here. 35 seconds remaining. Watman will take it out. He finds Bodine, who puts up a 3 and is fouled. He's fouled by Hadley. Couldn't do much but smile at the referee. So Bodine will shoot 3 free throws here. Hadley still's got a smile on his face. Bodine hits the first. Bodine hits the second, a silent gymnasium here as Bodine has a chance to make it a 3-point game after all. Timeout called by St. Mary's. So a lot to look at here. It's a crucial make from Bodine. He's really got to have this free throw. Otherwise, it'd stay a 2-possession game with just over 30 seconds to play here in the first period of overtime. Hearing both teams talk about how to handle each scenario. Half a minute left. We're not going to go anywhere, as I definitely don't want to force anyone to miss a game winner. A couple of opportunities for such for both teams there at the end of regulation, but no one's holding any grudges. Still a very close game here. 4 points is the difference. If you're just joining us, Bodine was just fouled on a 3. He's hit his first 2. And he hits the 3rd. So a 3-point game here. Stinnett dives for the ball. Stripped away. Stinnett's going to be called on the foul. He was on the floor and swiped the ball out of Hadley's hands, but he's called for the foul, so Hadley will shoot, I believe, 1-1 here. These also very big free throws. Not 1-1. Hadley will shoot 2, so after the first miss, he has one chance to make this a 2-possession game. Misses that one. The lead stays at 3. Davis with the rebound. And timeout called. My goodness, timeout called by the visitors. So 3-point advantage here for the home team. But the Bulldogs have possession here with about 23 seconds to go. Hadley still with a smile on his face. He's either a very smiley kid or he knows something that we don't know. Both teams have a seeming full leader, you could say. Seems like the Crusaders have been led by number 14, Luke Benyon, whereas the visiting Sutherlin Bulldogs led behind guard number 5, Colby Stinnett. I'm guessing the son of Coach Craig Stinnett. But he's had a very nice supporting cast. Watman, Bodine, who just hit 3 clutch free throws, as well as Davis, who's been powerful down low. Bodine puts up another 3. That one no good. Bodine gets the rebound, though. Stinnett from the right wing. Ball is almost pinched. Looks like the possession will stay with Roseburg. 7 seconds remaining. 2 3-point opportunities to tie it, and another timeout called by the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs need a 3-pointer here. A 2 wouldn't do it, and they're going to have a baseline inbound opportunity here. Coach Stinnett looking to draw up a play here really quick. He's got, the players on the field, or on the court, that he wants. He's got son Colby Stinnett, as well as Watman, Bodine, Davis, as well as I believe it was Smalley who just left the floor. Bit of a chess match here in the last 60 seconds, as we've really been under 60 seconds for a couple of minutes here. Multiple timeouts being taken to talk things over, but that's what you do when you're within tying or winning reach. Again, the Bulldogs will inbound from their own baseline, from their front court baseline. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as they were unable to inbound. No one got open. So they'll talk things over yet again. No time taken off the clock. So no timeouts remaining. We just heard from the PA announcer. Very good. Good to know, as anyone puts that T in their hands, it's going to cause a problem for whoever calls it. No turnover, so it looks like we are in this until the end. Taking a look at the many banners here at Jackson Court at St. Mary's High School. The last basketball state championship was won by the Crusaders in 2016. As Bodine has the ball, Stinnett will have to put up a desperate 3 air ball here. Looks like the game will wrap up with no attempt at a turnover. Stinnett had the last shot but was contested, so nice defense. Pulls the win out for the home team. The Crusaders will win this one 65-62 after a whole lot of back and forth play from both teams, led by Luke Benyon, number 14. Nearly 30 points from him, and a little shake of hands there from both coaches. So the Sutherlin Bulldogs will leave empty-handed after leading after every quarter except for the final. So after overtime, again, it's your home St. Mary's Crusaders that will take this one 65 from the Sutherlin Bulldogs 62. That will improve the Crusaders' record. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs will head home with one more loss. Both teams in the 3A-5 Far West League. We'll have some more basketball for you on Table Rock Sports this week, but for now, this is Brigham Harris saying so long from St. Mary's High School. As again, the Crusaders take this one 65-62 in overtime.